Actually, Mr. Abbas, you explained a little bit about the bigotry and radicalism and extremism. It's very dangerous for all mankind. As you know, some radicals are doing atrocious activities and using the name of Islam. And they are the main reason why so many people today have so many wrong ideas about Islam. However, Islam is a religion of peace, love, friendship, brotherhood, and modernism, as you said, as you know. And how do you think we can help the people of the world to open their eyes to this fact?
I think there's no other way but education, and education in a modern sense. Education, for instance, 500 years ago meant going to a educational institution, spending a few years reading all the books in writing, which are published or printed or in a library, even no copies are available. Today is a modern world where a teacher, and this happens to be when I start talking about a topic in the class, and all my students have on their laptops or their Blackberries or iPhones, quickly look at that issue. And so information is no more an issue today. But which information is right and which information is wrong is the big principle. Because you and I when we go on internet and want to look at, for instance, one example, a book on Mehdi. I'm just giving a general example. And if I read a book by Harun Yahya or by a Pakistani scholar, Ratahil Qadri or Javed Ghamdi, who are progressive scholars, and I take, we and you from reading the first page know, oh, this is a real genuine scholar who's making a great case. An ordinary person who's not educated or a kid, when they will say, okay, what is the Islamic concept or Christian concept or actually Jewish concept of a Messiah or Mahdi, or in each tradition there's this concept. And they would find, they would immediately hit on the Google, the top click, which is, they'll click on a extremist website. An ordinary kid and an uneducated person is not able to decipher the difference between an educated, well-informed, scholarly discourse and a bigoted, narrow-minded, an extremist version of that. So information is there, but wisdom is lacking. Information is there, but the knowledgeable worldview is missing. Anything that media can do, and media is now, and I highly appreciate the efforts of your organization and many others as well, who have taken up this task, because unless media is responsible, and writers through newspapers, through blogs, this is an age of Twitter. You read in the morning, you don't go for newspapers, you read your Twitter, who are the 10 writers that you like, what they have written, or what are the 10 credible newspapers saying, which are the most important articles. So the way that this image of Islam among the non-Muslims as well as among the Muslims can change is through by education and smart people to think and devise of ways which make the case more presentable. I'll not give any example by name, but I have seen, because I don't want to be kind of giving all the good examples from Turkey. Turkey has given us beautiful examples.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
A book which is beautifully written with a beautiful cover is obviously more attractive.
Exactly.
Go to many Islamic bookstores, for example, see books, but they are so pathetically edited and poorly published that you don't read those. The message is beautiful, but if the presentation of the message is not good, and I'm not making here a case for proselytization or only Islamic discourse, I'm making a case for more educated, nuanced analysis, which is above any bias, sectarian or political.
Exactly.
The Islamic discourse today tragically has become so sectarian. People start asking you when they know your name by asking, are you a Wahhabi or you are a Shia or you are a Sunni? If you are in South Asia and you are a Sunni, people ask you, are you a Barelvi? Are you a Deobandi? Are you a Ahle Hadith? This is what is destructive of pluralistic Islamic discourse. Any religious scholarship which takes us outside this curse of sectarianism and division, because that sectarianism and division is having a negative impact on Islamic discourse. Muslims themselves have to improve this. Only then they will be acknowledged in the world.
The others, exactly.
Mr. Abbas, I'm really very pleased to meet you. Really, I really like your thoughts very much. What we are trying to do here in Turkey is this trying to show a modern face of Islam, and which is real in the Quran, love and passionate. And I think you are doing a very good job as well, intellectually, especially that you have such a wonderful resume, and then you are doing a good contribution to what we are really trying to do here. I would be very pleased to welcome you here in Turkey, and I will be very happy to have a copy of your book. Thank you for your precious thoughts. We are very honored to welcome you in our show, really. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Mr. Abbas, thank you for joining us. And maybe do you have a last words for Turkish people and to Islamic world, to all entire world? If you have, we can have your last words.
Thank you very much. In fact, there were some last words coming to my mind, and I thought maybe it's too late. It may sound self-serving, but I can't help give that message, which is special for the Turkish people. I mean, in my humble way, I am greatly inspired by the and the message of Rumi, the great mystic, I think, that the world has produced. To the Turk people, I would say, please don't forget the teachings originating from Konya. And when you go there, a personal self, please pray for me as well. And for the larger Muslim world, I would again re-emphasize, I think, because it deserves to be emphasized again. Message of Islam is message of humanity. If you are born in a Muslim or you are born a Jew or a Christian, that is immaterial. The real thing which makes a difference is your understanding of nature and the divine message, whichever tradition you belong to. So long as you believe in nature and in goodness and in a welfare of all the people in a just and equitable world, and anyone from any tradition, religious tradition, who's making an effort in this direction so that there is more understanding between different religious groups, and even those who are not that religious or don't believe in religion, that harmony is what will save the world. Otherwise, these economic differences, these class differences, this violence will destroy the world.
Thank you very much for valuable messages, last messages. And we hope to see you soon, inshallah, in Istanbul and also in our studio for live broadcasting together. And so we come to the end of our show today. We had very great interview with you, Mr. Abbas. And on behalf of everyone here in Istanbul, we would like to say good night and God bless you.
Good night. Thank you. Thanks a lot, inshallah.